Hey stars, I'm back with another look. Today is Polysexual Pride Day. I had to think on that for a second. And their flag colors are green and blue and pink. And I had someone comment on my TikTok yesterday about how my bi pride look, you couldn't hardly tell that there was the pink, and I did not mean for that to be a thing. So I'm gonna try and figure out other ways to incorporate it, but I'm not quite sure how I could do that and still have it as an in the closet look, so it may just turn out like yesterday where it was my lipstick, my blush, and my highlight, and then my eyeshadow is the blue and green. We'll figure that out as we go. But I'm starting with this little primer. Always prime. You need to prime for your skin. Also, I found out this does not take a lot. This takes like just enough that you actually have some to spread. As soon as you have like enough that it'll actually spread, it's about all you need. This is a really good little primer by Polysexual. Like this one. It seems to work pretty well. Whenever I use it, I don't tend to break out too bad or anything. So definitely recommend it as a primer. It is a colored primer that is skin toned, but I think they have multiple skin tones of this primer. If you just want to like use this and then skip foundation or whatever you would want to do with it, that like it really is a big deal if it's the right skin tone or not. I think they have others. Not sure. Someone can fact check me on that in the comments if they stay on, because I still don't know why they keep turning off on my videos. Have not yet figured that out, because I don't turn them off. I like to hear from you guys. So I'm struggling to figure that out, but I'll get it figured out. It's fine. So that was primer. Next up is foundation. Once again, just going in with my CoverGirl True Blend, because this is what I find matches me. Use whatever foundation matches you. And just pat and spread it out everywhere. Make sure you have a good base for all the rest of your makeup. It may take a minute to get it to spread out. It's taking me a minute today, I know, because I'm not the most awake person on the planet. Work was rough last night. We were there until really late. It was just a whole mess. And then just my mental health decided to say nope during shift last night as well, and I know I took it out on some people that I need to apologize to today. But mental health is a very real issue, and it's not one that like I hide that I have issues with. It's something that I definitely struggle with, and I'm working towards getting better, but it's gonna be a constant struggle. That's the unfortunate thing with mental health, is like there's no cure. Concealer. Once again, CoverGirl True Blend, because it matches me. But there's no like cure for any mental illness. People can say they found a quote unquote cure or whatever they want to say. There's no cure for it. It does not exist. It's just not a thing. Trying to not put too much, because I almost put too much yesterday. And I don't want a repeat of that. And then I'm breaking out really bad, like on my chin and my forehead, so trying to make sure I have enough to cover that. There we go. But mental health will always be a real issue, and especially in the LGBT community, I think there's a real issue with it because a lot of the community are not accepted by everyone they care about, and so it's really hard to like come out to people when you don't think you're going to be accepted. It's a very scary thing to come out to someone. I've figured out a couple of things that I am the place that I sit in the community myself, and I've figured out things that I did not know last year. I'm sure I'll still figure out things as I go on. That's just a part of growing and learning who you are. But part of that is also learning how to help yourself, how to grow as a person, and things like that. Going in with my Chastique little concealer stick. I'm gonna have to get a new one of these, so if I don't use this tomorrow, don't be shocked, because I'm, like, out. And I'm not going into, like, huge depth on what I'm doing, because I do the same base every single time, and I don't want to sound super repetitive. I just repeat what products I'm using, because these are the products that I personally prefer to use. It's, once again, no pressure for you guys to have to use them. It'd help if I would remember, like, everywhere I need to contour the first time. I normally don't contour my nose until later steps, but I don't feel like coming back in and doing that today, so I'm just gonna do it all in one shot. You can do it like I did yesterday, where you do it after your blush and your highlight, or you can do it like I'm gonna do it today, where you do it before your blush and your highlight, like you would the rest of your contour. I blanked on the word. It's just whichever one you have a preference for. Normally, I prefer to contour after on my nose, but today I've just decided, screw it, I'm gonna do it before, essentially. Which is fine. You can change it up day to day too. Or you can do the same routine every single day, you know? Find what works for you and go with it. Not near as skilled with my left hand, but I cannot reach around my nose with my right hand to get this contoured properly, ever. So, there we go. And just blend like your life depends on it, people. Sorry, I'm hopping everywhere. I'm a little bit scatterbrained today. I know I'm, like, talking about serious topics sometime, and then I'm going right back into makeup. I really am just that scatterbrained where that's gonna be my commentary today. Once again, gonna go in with my little LA Colors pink blush. It doesn't help that I'm, like, trying to think on how I can improve the look and, like, show off the pink a little bit more, and I'm not sure how to do it. But yeah, I really am scatterbrained today, and I'm sorry for that, guys. Sorry I'm not providing the best commentary. I promise you I'm trying, but these looks, as much as they're, like, a pain to do, they are a self-care thing that I'm doing, because I'm trying to, like, be active in the community and be supportive to the community in the ways that I can be supportive. Gonna go in with the same little Galactic 2-shade palette that we went in with yesterday and do the pink again. for the highlight, if I can get it to open. And just apply liberally. I feel like shining today, so I'm going to put plenty on to make sure I shine. You don't have to put this much on. You can put less on. You can put more on. You can do whatever floats your boat. This is my personal preference. So this is what I'm doing. And it just takes a second to apply. There you go. And that's all applied. Now, for setting powder, I am using a different product than yesterday. I keep switching between these two setting powders because I really like both of them. This one's my Watermelon Burst Setting Powder by Ciate London. This is the box for it. Very pretty little box, got a little texturing on it. Cute little thing for the setting powder. And then even the inside's got a mirror on it. I really like this. I like the way that the setting powder sits on my face. It's not super thick and dense and heavy like the other one, but it still gets the job done. I am going to go ahead and pause for a second here though and just powder the heck out of my face because I don't want to do it over my bed. So give me 1 second and then I will be right back. And that's me all powdered up. So next we're going to go in with our little Trustique eyebrow stamp and brush. I don't know why Trustique products are so good but like never advertised, but they are. It's the same as like e.l.f. Really good little brand. Really like their stuff. Never see advertising for them, but love their stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the unadvertised brands are better somehow, because they don't set expectations to meet. They're just like, yeah, let's just do this and do it well. But you know what? They do it well, so that's all that matters. And once again, I'm just blessed with like really nice eyebrows. If you need like a proper full eyebrow tutorial, I'm not the person to go to because I can just follow the shape of mine and fill them in very nicely. They do appear a little bit thick some days, but you know, that's just an unfortunate thing. Because it's either this or I go to my mom's nail place where they also do like eyebrow waxes and stuff, and I come back with no eyebrows. And I like having eyebrows, so yeah. I think I'm just gonna stick with leaving my brows as they are and just trimming the one little section of them that I tend to trim off to help shape them out a little bit better. And there we go. Eyebrows on. And now we move to eyeshadow. I've been sitting here trying to brainstorm how to incorporate the pink, and I'm not really sure that I can truly incorporate a good pink with the green and the blue. So that may not be a thing today, which is unfortunate, but sometimes a hazard. Where did my eyeshadow brushes go? This is just a little set by MOTD Cosmetics that I've had, plus the white brushes a spare that I bought for a blending brush a while back that I hardly ever use, but like it's nice to have for the days that I do want to blend things out really, really finely, more so than just when they're applied. Because when I apply my makeup, a lot of the time it'll blend itself together to some extent, And I'm normally okay with that. I think today we're going to go with green as our base. So we're going to go with this Fern shade on my Row Fusion Kaleidoscope palette. And then Fern, if I can get it reopened, is this really pretty green down here. It's also a very light green, so I figure that that'll be a really good base to like build on top of and add a layer to. And once again, for the most part, following the shape of my eye socket. I say for the most part because I do go a little bit outside of them just because I am a hooded double lid, I think it is called. I always used to think I was a monolid, and like my eye acts like it's a monolid sometimes when I have it all the way closed. So I also recommend like the way that I do makeup for monolids, but I am not technically a monolid. I had a little bit of an oopsie. I went up a little bit too high, so I'm trying to fix that right now. It does not take a lot to mess up your look when you're trying to be very careful about where you put your eyeshadow and stuff. So unfortunate thing, but sometimes it happens and sometimes I gotta clean up edges a little bit. I got it cleaned up though, so that's all that matters. And then just make sure that there's a really, really good base on both eyes. I want to make sure that there's plenty there of a good base so that the other eyeshadow sits really well on top of it, really nicely. There's no issues trying to apply another eyeshadow, things like that. And I swear to you guys, one of these days I'm going to bring my sister in on my makeup videos, because the way she does her makeup is completely different, but it's so gorgeous. So look forward to that eventually. And now, if I can pick up the right brush, I'm going to take my little angled brush and go back to my palette. And let's go for Afterthought today. Is my second shade. It's a very similar shade to Fern in like depth of color and things like that. I'm blanking on words today. I swear I have a good vocabulary. It's not a super dark shade though, and you don't want a super dark shade unless you're going for a little bit darker version of this look, in which case like then obviously go for a darker shade, but I'm hoping to go bright, happy, colorful, little sunshine thing. Kind of, like sky blue is what this shade reminds me of. It's a very pretty sky blue on a very sunny day. And that's what I like, is like the idea that this makeup could just be a summer makeup if you did it right. But also, it is still a pride makeup for those who are in the closet. Because I don't want to leave anyone out. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I can't do my makeup look because I'm not out to my family, and so I'd have to explain what this flag sitting on my face is, and this, that, and the other thing. Like, that's not fair to the people who are in the closet, who can't come out, whether because it's not safe or whatever. It's not fair to them. Personally, I'm in the closet about a couple of things to my family, so I understand where that is and like how that is. And so I want to make sure to incorporate and include everyone best as I can. And there we go. Really nice, pretty blue added on top of the green. Trying to not stain my sheets with my brushes. Now you want this kind of a rounded little brush. And once again, I have a shimmer in this color on this palette that I'm going to use. The shade is Intention. This shade down here. And it's one of those shimmers that, like, it's going to take me a minute to get it onto the brush. But once that I get enough onto the brush, and accidentally put some on the edge of my palette, but that's fine. Once you get enough onto the brush, you can go in just a straight line across the bottom of your eyelid. Add that little bit of shimmery color there. Little bit of shimmer, shine kind of thing. Just like a moment when you close your eyes, all of a sudden there's a new thing there. What? It's the way I like to do it, because you can't see it when my eyes are open if I have them 100% of the way open. But you can see it when they're closed. And so it just provides a little bit of a pop and a little bit of a something extra to look at when I close my eyes. These shimmers do take a minute to like get enough on your brush to apply. They are a little bit of a struggle to apply, but I feel like they are so worth it. You know, that's personal opinion. You can go back through with a different shimmery shade or just a different shade altogether and not do any shimmer, but I prefer to have the shimmer. That's my preference. Once again, not necessary. You would just put a third shade of either blue or green. I'm doing another blue in the corner of my eyes because I don't think pink really goes. And then we'll do a pink lip to top it off to add a little bit more pink than what our highlight and our blush adds. And I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go for. You know what we're going to use? The bottom of this palette has some glitters, which I really like. I really prefer these glitters. I use them, and I have these glitter splash looks where that I have glitter across the center of my face. And so I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of the shimmery, shiny glitter, English. And I'm just popping a little bit of it in the corner of my eye. I'm not adding a ton. It's nothing major. It's nothing that's going to stand out a ton. But if it catches in the light right, you'll see it. And it'll pop out and stand out. And it's always okay to put a little bit more, but you cannot take it away. So you want to start with less than you think that you want to go on your eye. And then add more as you get farther into it and like see, okay, how does this look? Do I want to add a little bit more? Kind of a thing. So nothing major for the glitter. It's just a little bit. I'm cleaning it off my brush right away because I don't want it to stick. Because normally when I do these glitter looks across my face, I have a brush that I destroy for them. Because you're never going to get glitter off of your brush if you apply as much as I do. Because I was just doing a little bit, I was okay with using one of my really good brushes. Now we're going to go in and we're going to do an eyeliner, which would be this Tartist eyeliner. I don't know what happened to the other end of it, but like all of my crayon is gone. I don't know why, I don't know where it went. All of it's gone, so we're just going to use the brush end. We're just going to give ourselves a very small little line of eyeliner. Once again, nothing major. It's not a huge thing. We're not adding like a wing or anything. It's just an accent to the rest of the eyeshadow. And the rest of that eye makeup that you just spent so long doing. And it's just a little straight line. It just takes a second to dry because it's a brush pen. So it technically is a form of a liquid eyeliner without being like a full-on liquid eyeliner that takes ages to dry and draw on and such. I really like to use liquid liners myself, but like if I'm in a rush, I will use just a brush liner. And I am in a very minor rush today. Trying to get this video out to you guys and then make sure I'm still ready for work on time and this, that, and the other. Tomorrow I'll have a little more time to film. Hopefully it'll be a little less chaotic, a little more organized. And then I'm going in with, once again, a Trustique product. This is their mascara that has a little curling brush on the end. I don't particularly like the actual curling brush to like curl your lashes up. But I like the mascara itself, and just make sure you coat your lashes in it. It's kind of hard to coat your bottom ones, but with a little practice, you learn how to get it done. It took me ages to do it and not accidentally put mascara on the bottom of my face. But I got to it eventually and figured it out. It just takes practice, I promise. And then I'm just going to take my little curling thing for your eyelashes and just carefully get your lashes in there and pinch upward. You cannot blink, you cannot really move your eye when you're doing this. And just press and hold for a second. And then release, and it should have curled your lashes upwards. Press, get them in, press, hold, release. Should have curled your lashes, English, lashes upward. Oh, I didn't mean to hit my computer with my mirror, but I did on accident. It's fine. And then glasses that need to be cleaned. I need to clean my glasses after the video, but for now they're visible. I can see through them. And just the same little L'Oreal Paris lipstick that I did yesterday, I'm going to do again today. It's just a little pop of pink aside from the highlight and the blush to help add that little extra hint of pink and make sure that you know it's there. If you're like really in the closet and really concerned about what your parents will say if you do that when you have a blue and a green eyeshadow, you're free to do a blue or a green lip and then just have your highlight and your blush be your pink. I personally, my family is used to my random makeup looks of whatever I'm feeling like doing, and so I'm okay to do this. And there we go. And there we go. A little bit of a quick makeup look for you guys. Trying to make sure that you can get a good view of it. You will probably get a better view of this on my TikTok. I will post a video with it later on today at some point when I remember to do it. And so hopefully you guys hop over there and see it. I'll leave my @ for my TikTok in the description if you guys want to check it out. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye!